And the final thing you can do then is the high quality on-site data. So what are we looking for here? Basically looking at kind of real supplier data for both the product and the precursor manufacturer, right? So what this does, the advantages is it gives you real transparency on which of your suppliers are carbon intensive. It allows you to choose your suppliers based on their carbon emissions, or also to negotiate with your suppliers that, maybe if they're causing you too much of a cost because of CBAM certificates, you can use this in your negotiations over the rates you're going to pay for the product. The other thing is you can make interventions with your suppliers to reduce emissions. So if you see that you've got, for example, an extrusion plant that is using very, very old-fashioned coal-fired heat for using the machines, you might actually be able to make an intervention with that supplier to electrify that process so that you can turn it to renewable energy. I mean, that's just a very tangible example. And that overall is going to, again, reduce your CBAM certificate pay. Right? The challenge here is it's workload intensive and it requires you to have a real local interface to your suppliers, right? You might say, okay, why not do this? It makes sense, but you need to make sure that you can actually interact with all of your different suppliers. So overall, as reset, what do we recommend? I mean, we've got a lot of experience of working with suppliers here. Overall, for us, we still recommend trying to get as much on-site data as possible. Basically, there are 3 reasons for this. The first is it allows you to get transparency into the emissions contribution of each of your suppliers, and you can make educated decisions on your strategy for sourcing based on then the CBAM fees it's going to lead you to pay. You can optimize your costs through supplier selection. You may want to say that actually when the CBAM certificate payments come into force, and also as the carbon price gradually goes up every year, you phase out carbon intensive suppliers. You may also want to use this as a way to encourage your suppliers to decarbonize, because you can really say to them, look, your price is going to go up, and so I'm going to reduce the reduce the payment or reduce the amount I buy from you in the future if you don't decarbonize. And then finally, and I think this is also important, there's a lot of uncertainty in CBAM at the moment on actually being able to understand what the customs authorities are really looking at when they come to say, what's good quality and what's a lot of effort of having gone to in your CBAM reporting. If you can show that you've gone right down to the level of your different suppliers, it can be really, really useful for you to sort of demonstrate to the customs authorities that you're really taking this topic seriously and avoid any fines based on non-compliance.